Hey, what's going on? It is episode 27 of the Mercenary Show.
Yay.
As you know, this is a different scenery. No, this is not the house. It's not the new house.
This isn't Noah's new house. We wish you could see.
No, you will. Right now, I'm going to show you the video of just, what we're looking at, okay? So, quote unquote, insert clip here. But yeah, so we are here in Port Aransas.
Yay.
On vacation.
We're on vacation. It's a beautiful day. We just went swimming, got out of the pool.
I know. And so, like I said, this is different scenery. We still got the setup. I mean, the podcast must go on. The podcast must go on. Are you looking for the notes?
I have the notes right here.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, guys, this is episode 27, and I named this episode Taking a Break.
Taking a break. Like it's so fitting.
But that doesn't mean we're taking a break from the podcast. No, we're still going to keep on talking and doing what we normally do.
Yep.
But I'm talking about taking a break from work, taking a break from the stressors of life.
Yes.
And because, I mean, most of you know, in a nursing environment, in the hospital, in the jailhouse setting,
yep,
you deal in a high stress situation. It seems like you're almost on tense. You're tense the entire time you're there.
Yes.
Because, I mean, if you let down your guard, you might get stabbed, or if you start getting complacent. You can mess up on a med or you miss an assessment on somebody and something can happen, right?
Yeah.
So, of course, complacency sucks, but every once in a while, you need to just relax.
That's right.
And so...
like we're doing now.
Yeah, that's what we're doing now, y'all. But, no, I mean, like this past week was a pretty good day, but, dealing with some very traumatic issues at work and, if especially having kids, you come home and you look at them and from what you dealt with and now it's different because you're not able to process it in that moment because you can't. And
and that kind of goes to Noah this week. Something happened to a child and he comes home and he has, like he said, process it, think of his own kids, but at the time, adrenaline's kicking.
Yeah, and you just try to I won't say tunnel vision, but you're focused on what's at stake right now.
Yes.
Like, everything just goes away. But like I say, it's awesome when you have so much experience in that situation that you see everybody just rolling with it. It's just like a well-oiled
machine.
Yeah, it just goes it goes with the flow pretty much.
I like that.
Yeah, but what's been new with you at the work? Because I know you probably enjoying this time of not looking over your shoulder thinking, is today the day I'm going to get stabbed?
It's the day I'm gonna be called a bad word and I'm PMSing and I may snap back. Well, since I got hired, I've been working Monday through Friday, and they did four interviews. I think four interviews. One was a Zoom one, and so pretty soon they're gonna pick who they want, and then I'll be back on a 12-hour rotating shift.
So you've been doing a Monday through Friday kind of work?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because the other two day nurses, I'm there Monday through Friday, and then they're there on their off shifts, and I just help them out where I can. But so the good thing is it'll be like a 3-day weekend, which I'm gonna miss. I mean, I'm gonna like every other weekend. So I'm looking forward
so you're going back to a 20? Was it a 48 and a 48 off?
Yeah.
And,
okay. Which is fine with me.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the like 6'6" or what's 7'7"?
No, 6'6".
6'6"?
Yeah,
that's not bad.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
But the great thing is every day they give us an updated paper on, who bonded, who's leaving, who's going to prison. And I saw a name on there the other day, and it's amazing when there's someone you don't like leaves to prison. I had the best day that I didn't have to see him.
I'm guessing he was a a-hole.
Yes. And, the thing was, I always try to remember, I had a class one time, and they said, with residents, patients, whatever, sometimes they don't have any control. So they can be ugly, and especially like with dementia. That's what I worked.
Yeah,
so like,
yeah, okay.
you know,
especially them sundowners.
Yeah.
What's it? Sundowners.
Sundowns. But like if they want to wear a certain outfit, I'm just saying, let them. You know, the cars.
Hey, have you seen that TikTok? I gotta show you a TikTok. This is TikTok of this little old lady, maybe in the 80s, 90s, small, frail little thing, and she's sitting there and she's singing this Jingle Bells, and she's like. She's going la 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 la, doing that right, but she's sitting there, and then it says your patient about to whoop your ass at 7 this evening.
True. And then the 7 comes, and they're like Snoop Dogg. They're coming into the.
Hey, it's like room. what's his name? X gonna give it to you.
They start coming in, shaking their head, going off on you.
Oh my god! But yes,
and so I always think like. You know, they don't have any control, especially older people. So, you know, if they don't want to eat
sundowners and a UTI. Yeah. Oh.
So I remember after this guy like told me off one day, and I just looked at him, and he goes, "Ma'am, I'm going through a lot." I do try to think about that. I do. Yes, you do. But that don't mean that when you laugh, I rejoice. I was like, yeah, it's a wonderful day. I was so happy. So, but then he gets replaced shortly with another butthole. So
yeah.
Anyways,
it's always another one, huh?
There's always.
Well, let me ask you this, just because I know you have 20 plus years in the nursing experience. How important is it to use your PTO?
Very. I've always, you can ask Noah. I've always believed in mental
I wish
days.
my dad was. My dad's here. He's in the room laying down watching Netflix. But could we ask them? Hey guys, I sit out here, watch the live audience. They look at us like you're not famous. I'm like, so
yes. They had the opportunity today to put some chairs next to us and just the live audience.
Yeah, and then Grandpa's sitting there. I can see him right now. I think he's half asleep watching Planet of the Apes. But anywho, the story is like, shoot. I just drew a blank. Who we talking about, Dad?
About taking days off.
Oh yes. So, anyways, growing up, right? My mom going to school, like getting ready for school. My mom was either we're late going to school, or
screw it, we just ain't going.
Late paying the bill for the light or the water. Or
hey, I had till 5 to pay the light bill before they cut it off.
And anywho, my dad was it straight A? Perfect attendance, right?
Perfect attendance.
From what?
He never got a bike.
No, he got perfect attendance. What was it from?
I'm looking over my shoulder.
Well, I thought he had from almost elementary all the way to high school,
yes,
right? He never missed it unless he was sick.
Yeah, and apparently he got sick after noon, so he's still counting.
Yes, right. So my dad was like, "No, like you're gonna go to school, right?"
He didn't believe in mental health
days at all. So whenever my dad used to leave for work, we would be regular for school, and we would go because my mom worked 12-hour shifts. She was always at work nursing, right? So you're tired. You get off and everything, and she doesn't help that she stays up till 1 or 2 o'clock at night. I'm like, girl, you get home at 6 o'clock. You have time to go to bed, but
so, on my days off, it'd be like,
wakes
it's 50 degrees. We're gonna stay home today, guys.
And then she's like, don't tell your dad. And so whenever dad gets there, like a little bit before, it was before, I think when I was there, like he didn't get like notifications, but with Roman, my brother,
we run to the phone. I got it.
He get notifications. It's like, excuse me, Mr. Flores, Roman James Flores, is he there? He's not in school today. Oh my! But yeah, so my dad used to get pissed off. I was like, "Who the hell are you a mental health day for?" But my mom was like, "So yeah, we go like, hey mom, I don't feel like going to school today." All right, cool, me either.
Yeah, I don't either. Leave me alone. I'm gonna read my book. I'm off.
It got so bad. I think Roman had a truancy notice. Oh, he had a truancy.
I was like, "You gonna put me in jail for what?" He needed a mental day. We mental. He's crazy. I'm gonna get evaluated. But I believe you do. I mean, you do.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why, like, just the other day, someone said, "Oh, I have like 188 hours vacation." I'm like, and to myself, I'm like, if that was me, I'd be taking 4 hours here, 8 hours here, real quick.
Oh, but no. So it's interesting though, like because now I actually have, I'm actually acquiring PTO, which is nice because people think, oh, well, you got time off, like. You work 2 days, off 3 days. But I finally hit me like you're not getting paid for those. So say like, hey, I work Monday, Tuesday, I'm off Wednesday, Thursday, work Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
If I say, you know what, I don't want to work Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If I wanted to just, say F it and just take off the next few days, now I can use the PTO for all those days, and still make a 5-day weekend. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm like, so that's how you use your PTO. I'm like, that's cool. Yes, I got like 50 something hours right now. I'm like, I'm gonna start thinking. I'm like, man, I could really plan out some shit if I really wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I like working that schedule. Yeah, because you really, like you said, you can have a 5-day off.
A 5-day off. Yeah, like 2-day on and the next 2 days
but
off.
But I really believe in that. And like I said, we're just talking here in the medical field, but I really do. I saw a TikTok video and it was really interesting. It wasn't funny, but this girl, she was just sitting in the car and she's a nurse, and the caption said, I still get high anxiety going to work. Like, I've done this for years. Just the thought, I guess, of I don't know where she worked, what department or whatever, but just the thought of like,
But do you, because I've read something that says having some anxiety is good.
Yeah.
An amount of anxiety is good because it does keep you on your toes.
Yeah.
It does keep you focusing on what's about to happen, right? Because like I said, that's what we talked about before, complacency. Complacency will kill you.
Yeah.
Complacency will kill somebody else. But some anxiety is good, but I guess you're saying she was talking about high, like it's just
that's what I was saying. I wonder where she worked, and like I'm saying, so when you're going to be off the next day, and it's your last day, or just you're going to take an extra day off, and some days I would just get up, shower, just don't even clean the house, and I would just I can eat lunch by myself. I have no problem, and I would just go.
Yeah, no, she's weird.
Yeah,
she would.
I'm like, don't talk to me, people.
She would go to the library and sit at the library or at the park for like hours. And be like, do we need to put out a bolo for her? Where is she? She's not answering her phone, guys.
But just do what you want. That is so
okay.
important.
So have an outlet, right? I know we've talked about it before about having an outlet for kind of stuff like, for us, how I guess us, we talk about a lot what we do and see, but I really do believe like getting out of that environment.
Yes.
Getting out.
Yeah.
Yes, you can, you're not at work, you're at home. But still being at home, you still are at that environment. You're still in that mindset of I'm gonna go back this day.
Yeah.
Or I'm gonna I know that nothing's different. I may not be at work, but I'm still in the same routine of what I'm doing, right? But like, taking a break and going to a vacation, going out a different city, a different state, a different country.
Yeah.
If you're able to, just leave and do something.
Yeah.
For us, I'd love coming here to Port Aransas.
Yeah.
I love coming here to this Conneaus because for me, there's the fishing pier right here, and I'm gonna show you what it looks like. And what I love about this fishing pier is that at night they have these green lights. It glows beautiful. And it's just quiet. And I remember I used to sit out here and whenever we came, what wasn't the last one? The one before.
Oh, when we got the penthouse.
Yeah, I think it was that one. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got this big old penthouse here. It was like 6 rooms. It was insane. But anyways, that's when Grandpa was sick.
Yeah.
So
we all wore fake chains, had our shirts open, walking around like we were all bougie.
But it was nice though, because out sitting out there on the pier, it wasn't even fishing. We were just sitting there, just talking.
Yeah.
But
the radio on.
Yeah, just getting your mind right.
Yeah.
Because you do have to recharge because what we deal with, and this goes out to any of course any job, in particular.
Yes.
But we're focusing on our first responders and of course the nurses and the hospital workers, and sadly even the doctors these days. 'Cause I don't know if you know, doctors have so little like power as much as they used to back then.
Yep.
Like I've seen patients talk down to doctors like they're stupid.
And before it was a very,
it was a very respect. Yes, that's what I'm saying. But that's what happens when you got Dr. Ghoul. Everyone thinks they're a doctor. Like, no, I need this and this.
Yeah, and it's probably very frustrating because we live in a world where everybody's a no. And in America, everybody's a know-it-all. Everyone throws the word sue. I'm gonna sue you. We live in America. This isn't right.
How many times they tell you in the jail they're gonna sue y'all?
Oh God, they turn in. They're constantly saying that. Like, what's crazy is, for example, and this is stressful. So if an inmate refuses a med, we have a paper MAR, and that's just a medical medical sheet where we have all their meds.
Medicine administration record.
There you go. And
medications.
So, and all of this can be used in court. Everything. Yep. Anything you're going to sign your name on. So long story short, we have they're just enforcing more like, hey, you want to refuse a med? That's fine. That is your right. But you need to get up and sign because there's nothing really wrong. There's nothing wrong with the inmates. They just want to be rude, right? Sign it. Or they'll send someone, hey, miss, this happened today. Hey, miss, he's in bed. We don't want to piss him off, but he don't want to sign it. And I'm screaming. I'm just making a name up. Mr. Johnson, come sign it. And I said, because I'm not going to lose my job. But my number saying is, yes, everyone has rights. Everyone, criminals, everyone.
Yeah.
But it gets tiring mentally. Like, I'm so tired of, and so sometimes I'm like, in my head, I'm like, why are you even on this medicine if you don't even want it? Yeah. You know? But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just, it weighs on you and your head hurts and you're like, you already know. I have this one guy that's just so ugly to me. And like, he'll take out his Norvasc and it's not even a bad med. And the other day he threw it. I had like a female officer with me. And I looked at him and I said, you need to sign. He goes, I ain't signed nothing. And he said a couple of choice words. And so I told the officer, I said, did you hear what he said? Yeah, okay. So we signed. Well, then I had this other officer, real big guy, ex-Marine, and he came out and took the med slowly out of the cup instead of throwing it at me. And I said, oh, you need to sign. Yeah, girl, I'm not going to sign. And I was like, thanks. So I told the officer, thanks, because when you're not here, you've been ugly. But I'm tired.
I can imagine just getting belittled all the time.
Yeah, and this was yesterday, so I was already checked out. Like when I was done with all that, I was ready. I said I was ready to come and have some downtime.
Oh, hell yeah! Because once I clocked out, it was 7:00, and we got we actually Friday was really slow towards the end of the day.
So that's good.
I discharged all my patients, and I had no patients.
Yeah,
and it was like 10-20 minutes until shift change.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking at charge, and I see two people popping up, who are registered in triage, ready to get a room. Yeah. And I'm like, I know I'm the one that has 4 open beds. I'm like, shit. And I'm looking at her, and I see her starts putting in the room numbers. I'm like, damn it, 13, 14, and 15. Damn it. And so the as soon as I saw them just walk into the rooms, registration brings them back. Yeah. I sit there and I look, and the night nurse, he got there, and I'm like, hey, bro, so these 2 patients just literally walked and I just saw them. He's like, all right, bro, don't worry about it. I got it. I'm like, thank the Lord. But get this, too, because he was like, hey, man, I'm going to tell you something, too. They just walked there. He goes, don't even open the chart.
Yeah.
Because the moment you open that chart, it shows that you saw them. Uh-huh. And, if you ever go to court, it shows that you were there.
Yeah.
And you saw them. And, even though you didn't say, hey, I did your assessment, assumed care.
But they're going to throw you in
because you're a part of it. Yeah. So he goes, Noah.
That's good to
he
know.
said, he was like, he's a travel nurse. He's from San Antonio. And he's very smart. He's like, Noah, he goes, I see that they just got here.
Yeah.
He goes, don't worry about nothing. Don't open nothing. Don't even open the chart. And he goes, and then he's like, this is a word for advice.
Yeah.
Don't open any chart unless you're going to go and see him, because then if anything happens, now you're attached to that patient. I'm like, huh.
You're like, I can't see. Hey, you can go in there.
Bird Box? Like Bird Box?
Yeah. Walk with a bandana. Hi, how are you? And you're running to the door. Your nurse is coming in. You're boom, boom. Ma'am, can you tell me, is it 3:00 the door or 2:00? Oh, yeah.
But yeah, no, it was.
But you're ready to go.
Yeah, no, so as soon as we clocked that, I said, hey, this is what we got. He goes, cool, you're good. I look up my preceptor and said, hey, peace. I grabbed my bag. I took straight because my grandparents were here in the condo.
Yeah.
And so they came the day before.
Yeah.
And so we're like, I'm gonna clock out, go home. I changed. Yeah, I did shower. No, I showered. Sorry, I was like, that shower.
He came with Marsha.
No,
he's out getting the water.
It was a lot of COVID cases.
You know what I was going to say?
The COVID cases is picking up right now.
I was going to say we had We had 2 people test, and they're not. I mean, they're employees, but yes.
No,
I was reading an article before I came over.
Yeah, we had a couple cases. I was like, man, I haven't seen this in a while.
I know
it's been a hot minute since you've seen it. Taking all the precautions on the door, and
it's coming back, guys. So just be prepared. It is coming back.
I was like, whatever. I'm like, well, this is stupid. Give me an N95. I'm like, Is it worth it?
And it's so
Do I want to
hot.
live? Do I want to live?
And it's so hot. You're like, I can't breathe.
Oh man, but yeah. We just went home. I showered, changed, loaded up the truck, and we just took off. Like maybe 30 minutes, and we were on the road, and I was flying. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like,
because I was tracking Noah, and I was.
If I ever get in trouble, like they catch me and they look at this recording, I'm what's it?
Guilty speeder. You're a speeder.
Yeah, but like I'm saying it on live. I'm criminal.
Oh, admission.
Yeah, whatever.
Admission.
Dude, I was doing at least 15 over the speed limit. I was flying.
And here's me, dad, old people. And speed limit 55.
Well,
here?
no, they left like 30 minutes and 40 minutes, and
yeah.
we beat them here. We were already in the room. We're like, hey, what are you doing?
We stopped at HEB, but like literally for like 15 minutes, use the restroom and grab some stuff. Yeah, that's how fast Noah was going. Yeah.
Oh man,
it was
dude.
weird. Yeah,
it's a nice day out there. I'll tell you that.
We're
like just probably later to go sit out.
Yeah,
out there.
We'll probably go sit outside.
Take the golf cart. Go sit at the
beach.
At the beach and just stare at it.
I mean, I would like I said, Noah's going to show you the view. It's just all windows and the water's right there. It's so pretty.
Took a lot of shots, but yeah. So like I said, I mean, you're like you said before. The biggest thing is just take a break sometimes.
And don't feel guilty. And another thing I used to do because I had when the kids were little, I had a really good babysitter, and I remember sometimes Noah would go to school, and I would still take. I wouldn't tell my babysitter. Of course, she knew. She would watch them. And I would go drop on my other child, and Noah's at school, and I didn't feel guilty about that at all. Don't feel guilty.
You just dropped this. But no, I'm gonna tell you that too. You've heard the horror stories that there are some management, especially at the hospitals or nursing homes, that like make you feel guilty for using PTO.
Yes.
Make you feel guilty for using your vacation days. Make you feel guilty for using a sick day. And
I'm gonna tell you this. Just the other day, I was thinking, I am one that I will work and I will work hard and I will do what I got to do that day. But just doing, just kind of be burned from my other job. And maybe my age, I do my job. I do it well. And if I want to work extra, I will. It's always a good opportunity. But I am not going to kill myself like I used to. Mm-hmm. Yeah. This job, I love it. And I thought about my last one. I said, man, I killed myself. Like I killed myself.
Yeah.
And I'm not doing that no more.
Oh, trust me, I heard it every day. When she came home,
she
would cuss us out. No, I'm like, I'm sorry, Linda is beating the crap out of you. She has 2 UTIs. I don't know how that's possible.
And I love to tell my husband's stories. And that day, my youngest Roman said, "Yeah, ready. We're sick of your jail stories, but they're so interesting. My day goes by so fast."
Dude, but that's when that's though. Like when you get busy, the day does go by fast.
Yeah,
and then other times you're just watching the clock.
Yeah, but I'm not busting my butt no more. I do my best for you for my 8 hours, but I'm not gonna go bust my butt and suffer mentally.
No, for sure. I don't know if you remember a couple episodes ago we talked about that UK nurse, the one that was killing babies.
Oh yeah.
All right, so update on her. They just found her guilty of killing 7 babies.
Oh my God.
She had notes that she wrote that she literally said that they found confessions in the notes at her house that's quote unquote says, "I am evil." Yeah.
Oh my God.
She says, "I don't deserve to live. I killed them on purpose because I'm not good enough to care for them. I am a horrible, evil person. I am evil. I did this."
Oh God.
And it says she would. So she only did 2 babies that had like an issue, like a genetic or physical issue with them.
Yeah.
It was like autism, babies who had.
Oh my God!
It was sad. It was like autism. It was a bunch of just deformities, and she quote couldn't take care of them, so she injected air into some of their lines. She gave insulin.
Oh man.
But the air and insulin, and she gave boluses of feedings, like way too much.
Oh.
But out of like 30 something babies, 7 of them would actually die, and she was found guilty. Now it's gonna go on and see how long, what's the sentence?
Oh, her sentence.
Yeah. But so she's guilty though. That's a good thing.
Oh
Well, man, can you just imagine that? Because she just said that because the kids were premature and sick, and she targeted them because she said that they're not good enough, pretty much. But we've known families that
Hitler. She was like a Hitler. She got
yes.
rid of. I mean, really?
No, yes.
In her mind, they were imperfection.
In World War II, Hitler killed the Jews, but he also killed handicapped.
That's what I'm saying, because they weren't.
Yes.
They weren't perfect.
Yes, but
and he was. You know what
did you know he fell out?
Mental problems.
He fell out of performance art school. You know that? He was like he went to like art school.
He went to an art school.
Yeah, and he was just horrible at it, so they said no.
Well, I would think.
Well, sorry, you walk around with a little mustache.
Well, I think also, have you heard someone talk in German? I mean, I have. It is such a harsh language, everyone, they always sound pissed, I mean, I don't know. I've never been out of country, but I have heard, I've taken care of people who talk German with each other. The families.
New Braunfels is right next to us, and New Braunfels is a German town.
But the way they talk, man, it sounds like they are just, like if I could translate them, it sounds like they're like, "Had a hard day at job and the McDonald's gave me the wrong order." And I'm like, why are they pissed, man?
No, I know what you mean.
But it's just so...
the dialect is very hard.
Very hard.
Yeah.
So can you imagine Hitler? Oh, God. He probably throwing his spew around, but about, hey, that is crazy.
But yeah, so I said we'll find out what her sentence is. And
yeah.
Because, sometimes people are like, well, the death penalty is the way to go, right? But...
Now that I work at jail, I think it's more of a mental sentence when you just lock them up behind a door by themselves.
And throw a key away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was helping this. He's an older gentleman, but just because you're old don't mean you don't do crime. So don't feel too sorry for people. But anyways, I went in there and I was helping him, take his meds and stuff.
Yeah.
And the officer was with me, and the door kind of closed. It didn't lock, but it's just like a hard padded room with like a little thing in the middle. Uh-huh. And I was literally in there for like 5 minutes, helping him, whatever. And it is the weirdest feeling.
Just like being in a room,
yes,
with
because
nothing in there.
The windows, the little outside window, you don't know what time it is. You don't know who's out there. You don't know if they forgot about you. You know what I mean? That's why.
Just mental.
Yeah, it is, and it reminds me of like when they used to. There was this one thing they did when they would capture people, and they would when the war, and like water would just drip on their forehead, just drip, drip. And I was like, I thought about that. I said, okay. If I'm in jail, I'm gonna see the psychiatrist and get on any meds, and hopefully
I'm gonna on everything.
I was on everything, sleep, everything. Yeah, Seroquel. Let's not start at 50, sir. I think I can handle 200, 300, 400. Yeah.
Oh man.
But yeah, that's crazy.
Well, before we finish off, guys, I want to thank y'all for joining with us. Thank you for those who are still listening and enjoy our show. Like I said, it's just for us to play around, have fun with this.
And I wish you could have met our family, but obviously they have other things to do.
Yeah, but maybe next time. You never know. I want to leave you off like we always do with a quote. I think this one fits us because of where we are right now.
Yes.
You can't cross the sea by merely standing and staring at the water.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the water right now, and I think I may just swim.
No, you're not. Don't. You're going to drown.
It looks like in San Francisco. This looks like San Francisco. Well, remember we went and they had, what is it?
Well, it's a channel.
Alcatraz. Remember Alcatraz was like that?
Alcatraz, yeah.
I mean, it was a little further. It kind of looks like that, like we're here.
Well, I think I have a shot, so I'll probably put it in there for you to see.
It looks like that.
Yeah. All right, well.
All right, guys.
That's it, y'all. Y'all have a great one. See you next time.
Peace.
See ya.